Welcome back to Let's Play 3D Dot Game Heroes. I have a special guest today.
Is it me?
Yes!
Oh, it's me.
And he's here because he knows far more about Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest, and a lot of the references this game makes than I do. Also, not only have I made Miss Naka in 3D Dot Game Heroes, but I've now made Ogre as well.
Hooray.
Yeah! We're using our sword that doesn't have piercing, because I'm gonna upgrade it. By the way, I've actually uploaded both this character and Miss Naka, so if you want either of these characters, there's a link in the video description. So you can go play as us too!
And here's an annotation just in case.
But I'm here because I really want to give this thing piercing.
Have you given any of your weapons beam at all?
Typically I have not. And I'll show you what beam actually does at a later point in the Let's Play. But beam, for the most part, is not worth the money. Like, you want to pour your money into power and length, and maybe some in width, but mostly power and length. Now, we are in town here because if we go to... which house was it? Was it this house? No, it was this house. If we go in here, that one dude that had to pick and choose who to marry is still in here, and now he has actually chosen one, and they've had kids.
Well, that did work fast in Dragon Quest V. I mean, hell, if you worked it fast enough, you'd have an hour and you'd have a kid, 2 kids, and a wife. And a king, and a kingdom. Heroes and monsters.
I like how they don't actually give you any hint as to which one is which one he chose. One can only hope that it was the childhood friend.
I always pick Bianca because she got it really bad in the original Super NES.
Now, with that done, if you go over
Famicom.
here and talk to Dr. Deke. Give him 1,000 gold, which is why I didn't pour all of this into upgrading the sword. I don't know how much I'm going to spend, and I kind of don't feel like farming.
Not with me around, anyway.
So
or I'll start you on Harvest Moon.
So you give him his money. You don't farm him his money. You give him his money, so he can work on his next project. I'm going the wrong way.
Farm him his money. Does a turnip count as money now? Yes. Bitchin'. Here's 30 of them.
So what you do is, after you give him his money so he can work on his research, you have to stay at an inn.
Like the inn or just an inn?
An inn. Any inn will do. You just have to sleep. Because all work in video games is done while sleeping. Just how things work. Yeah, now this sword, though, is actually a lot more powerful than our previous sword. It's stronger, it's longer, its default strength and length is higher as well, which means if we get hit, we've still got a pretty rockin' sword. Rubber! He's invented rubber. And with that, we get the Bolt Shield, so now we can actually block lightning. Heck yeah.
Doesn't that kind of look like the symbol for the one badge you get in Earthbound?
I don't know.
What was that badge called?
Be sure to stop by From Cave and talk to everybody. Also, in Earthbound, they never actually showed you what the Franklin badge looked like. You said it did show in Smash Brothers, though.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what that one looks like.
That guy's a corpse.
3D map, 3D map, 3D map! Parts. Man, the crew working on this game is starting to get kind of big. Impossible! I think this is the only guy you have to talk to, but I like talking to, like, most everybody in here just to be safe.
You gonna talk to the corpse too, or?
Nah, the corpse is alright.
Okay.
In fact, I don't really even need to talk to anybody left. Alright, so that's from Kate. Now we're coming back to Ortego.
You mean like Ortega, the father of the main hero from Dragon Quest III?
Yes, that one.
Mm-hmm.
And we're coming here because these three are back.
Oh, dude, Alina, Kirill, and Boria. Dragon Quest IV, Chapter 2. Excuse me while I flip you off. Oh, don't tell me he got sick. He got sick. That's it. Now we have to find the real hero and a special herb. Stay here, Borio, and wait for a special hero to come and recruit you. And then you can come into the cave and get the special herb, and then the rest of us will join you.
So a lot of these are time-sensitive events. I think this one only shows up if you saw the previous event with them, and if we complete the next dungeon, you will have missed the event. So yeah. Ortego! Next up, we're off to somewhere else. God dang it, go there.
Don't worry, she actually joined a party to enter that cave, so...
Oh, well, that's nice. Now we're back in Colnaria because there's this girl right here. Sure. Yeah, it is, but we just got the Amethyst of Fate. And then she disappears.
Cool.
So that happened. These two duders. Previously there was only one, now there are two of them here. Ouija. I feel like that's a reference to something that's not Mario.
Miyamoto?
There we go.
Shigeru Miyamoto?
Yeah, that'll do her.
How did you miss that one?
I don't know. Okay, so that was that one. So next up, we are... Oh, right, I remember. We have to stay at the inn here. Which one's the inn? I think this one's the inn.
Whichever one has the word "in" on it.
Remember we had the dream last time?
Oh, are they gonna kill Rose? Because you do that, you piss off Pizarro, and he just takes that on the whole world and uses the secret of evolution. And then they added the 6th chapter, and it just got weird. Well, that's drastically different.
And yet it still has the same outcome?
Yeah, it pretty much has the same outcome.
Yay! Now with that done, we are now going back to Rayjack. Okay, I was actually wrong. We're still staying here. We're talking to this lady, though, who we gave the spa powder to earlier. Yeah, they're alright, I guess. So now she wants to construct her own spa. Now we're off to Rayjack Village.
Hooray. Kasum.
Okay, so a lady in Rayjack has the herbs. It is actually a lady, so that'll tell you that much. It's one of various ladies. It is not that lady. Is it this lady? Yeah, there we go. A woodcutter. Now, we've actually talked to someone who knows a thing or two about wood. So, we're gonna have to head back over there for that one. Also, remember how, chickens hate Link?
Really? You're gonna piss off the chicken?
There we go.
Why did you get me involved in this?
So yeah, them bunnies, they're in, or them chickens, they're in this game too.
I mean, there are obviously bunnies there, but...
Yeah. So for 100 gold, we can get some cypress. And he didn't actually give us any help as to where the next item is.
Hooray.
Okay, remember the little inn in the danger zone to the southwest? It should be this dude standing right here next to the door.
Oh, he's really Desu?
And he gives us the nice stone.
I'm gonna drown him. Just to let you know.
Interesting thing to note about the Japanese language. Adding des at the end, the U is actually silent. Don't ask me why. That's like the only silent letter in all of Japanese, in all of the Japanese language.
Including the T?
Maybe.
See?
Yeah. But, des is actually the polite way to end a sentence. You end a sentence with either a sentence ender, something like des, or you end it with the verb of the sentence. Like if you're going to say, I'm going to run, the verb for run is the sentence ender. And then des is just ending it, it's like a period. Des ka is a question mark. And I guess desio is like even more formal or something, I don't know. But we got all the crap, so we're off! Danger zone. Okay, now that we are back here, hey lady! I guess we get... Ooh, a life shard. Yay! Now, more importantly than anything else, we did get a crap ton of key items from that. You can see our list of key items is actually filling out quite nicely. But there is still more for us to do, so I'm going to go ahead and, you know, I'll just walk. In fact, there's one last pretty important thing for us to do. Okay, so we're actually just a little bit south of Ortego at the inn place. Man, eat it.
Did you ever wonder why they called them like lights?
I have no idea.
It's just a thought, food for thought there.
Yeah. There are a couple chests here that I can get, but I'm going to put effort into getting all the chests on the overworld at a later date, which includes getting that chest up there, which I think has a life shard in it. Oh, I could actually a hook shot into that right there. But what you do is you go, just like you're approaching the desert temple. This is a nice sword. I like this sword.
It's a pretty alright sword.
Only instead of going south here, you go left here. That's one
Off
of them.
to Egypt.
I never saw it coming.
You're not the only one who can ruin somebody with references.
Okay, now I'm trying to remember exactly how to go about doing this. But I think, actually, I can get something if I go down here. So I'm gonna go down here.
You rotate off of the bombs.
Yeah, I was on it. I'm just not that bright. And in here should be... Life Shard! This isn't actually what we came here for, though. That's an Adventure Island game of some sort. But I actually came here for... actually came here for a very important reason. This is a purely optional event that you can do, but it will actually change the outcome of the game. It will change the ending of the game.
Wow.
Like, this is to get the good end. And that is, if you remember, way back when... Oh, bees.
My god.
If you remember way back to, I don't know, the second, third dungeon? Our little fairy person asked us if we could save her sisters. That's apparently a dead end. I don't know, looked like I could go over there.
It did really look like you could go over there.
But she asked us if we could save her sisters. And we haven't really heard hide nor hair of that since, but you can. And it's very important to. What we're doing here is going after the very first sister. This is the first one that we've actually had the ability to save. I was gonna say, those better break, because I don't know what I'm gonna do if they don't. You can see on the map, there's a rather large crater here with a spiral in the middle. That's where we're going. And this is why we couldn't do this up until now. It's one of these buttons. Oh, come on. Game. What?
You have to be like right next to it to do it?
No, it's supposed to shoot out like fire.
You have to hold it?
This is not gonna end well for anybody.
Mostly for the guys you just killed a bunch of.
Yeah, I thought something was bugging. Gonna be honest, I've never actually had the game glitch out in the middle of playing before. So that's interesting. But we're back!
Maybe it was me.
Maybe. What are these even here for?
To block you off.
But right here in the middle of this small crater-like area is our destination.
Well, technically it's a lake with a little island on it, but whatever.
Actually, craters do work like that, because they'll impact, but then the center actually kind of rebounds from the impact. Now, I think that was a red door, and since I have the super key, I can go through.
The jailer's key?
Yes. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Alright, whatever. Oh man, pop quiz! Is Indigo the grass sage? Yeah, I think so.
Was there a grass sage?
Dang! Yeah, there was. I lost out on some money. Big whoop.
Gonna fight about it?
Okay then.
You good now? You done wetting yourself?
Yeah, I was not in any way prepared for that. Yeah, you know what? Fudge them.
What the hell?
Freeze is... Let's see here. Freeze is the magic spell that I got from... Not the fire, the water temple. I don't use it often, but, oh man, I was actually breathing out. Nice touch, game. But, yeah, 3 knights in the room like that, fudge it.
Yeah, you told him to freeze.
And here we are.
No, I'm over. He's Naka.
Yeah, actually for today, this is over. And now we have 2 fairies.
For the price of 1.
Yeah! Now, we could technically get to the 3rd fairy right now, but we couldn't actually free her. So that will have to wait until after the next one.
Dungeon?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I remember having an easy way to get out of dungeons, and I forget what it is. So I guess we're just gonna have to walk.
Maybe you can get that 300 gold this time.
Yeah, maybe. But there is still one last thing that I would like to take care of today. I really wanted to... I guess they're not gonna let me. I really wanted to end the video on doing this neat little thing here, but I forgot. So, ever forget happened to me. Actually, thing number 2, because I actually forgot 2 things because I'm just that good, is we've killed 10 of the slimes.
Stop running into the walls. You're making me look bad. Oh, a wall.
We've killed 10 slimes, though, so we can come up here and talk to this dude, who gives us our reward for killing all 10. That was a quest we got, like, at the beginning of the game. Yay! Okay, now to what I was actually doing. Now, what I actually forgot was I wanted to come in here and talk to the Block King.
The Tiny Metal King?
Yeah, you said this was actually a
It's
thing.
a reference to the Metal King from the Dragon Quest series as a whole. You collect the mini medals just like the small blocks, and you give it to the king, and he gives you various rewards.
Okay, I've got 14, which is enough to buy not the katana, but the mage sword up. So, of these 3 swords, you get to take your pick.
Excalibur.
I don't have enough tiny blocks for that one.
Well, then that's your fault.
Gorgon sword, I think when you stab an enemy, it will actually turn to stone for a brief moment. Star sword, I think makes... Star sword, I think, gives you, like, temporary invincibility if you collect life while you're at full life. And the mage sword, I think, makes spells cost 1 less. So take your pick.
What were the other swords?
Those are the only 3 I can afford.
Well, go down anyway.
After that is the Katana, Orihhalcon, and Excalibur. These swords I don't think have anything fancy to go with them. The Katana is average damage, but average damage, no width, really long sword. Orihhalcon, I think, is just kind of an overall good sword.
Looks like a weird sword.
Yeah, sword is. And then Excalibur is like a high everything sword.
Oh, I know which one I want. Gungnir.
Don't have that one either, come on, man.
Well, you should have worked better on that.
I only got 3 to choose from.
Well, you should have gotten Gungnir when you had the
I'm gonna
chance.
pick for you if you don't make a choice.
Star Sword.
Alright. No, because I don't have enough things. You may notice I don't have as many key items or life shards or things as I should have right now. And that's just because when the game crashed a bit ago, I haven't gone back and collected everything that I lost since the last save. So I'll get that before the next recording, In the meantime, here I'll show you the sword.
Ooh, it doesn't have pierce.
That is a long sword, let me tell you. What are the stats on that thing? Yes, special can be upgraded a lot, which is what a lot of these swords do, is they have a special stat. Oh, wow, yeah, you can't, period, give that one pierce.
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't even have spin yet.
Nope. Well, that's all around a crappy sword.
Has pretty high strength, though. Well, not as high as Hero Sword, but that's because it's the Hero Sword. So, alright, until next time, everyone, we've got a couple more things we can do before the next dungeon, but I'll save that for then.